Barigalust! Welcome to the AWWA Armenian Voices, where Armenian stories live, breathe, and are passed on. In each episode, you'll hear real Armenian voices sharing personal stories about culture, family, and identity. Stories that help us stay connected to who we are and where we come from. This week's stories are all about the power of love. We hope you enjoy this episode, brought to you by the Armenian Women's Welfare Association, AWWA, where our mission since 1915 has been to honor, uplift, and care for our elders, advocate for their voices, and honor Armenian heritage.
My name is Armen Jesralyan, and I am an Armenian American living in Los Angeles, California. It was very challenging to grow up as an Armenian American. I grew up in a town called Fair Lawn, New Jersey, which was predominantly Jewish. And growing up in the 1980s, not many people really knew about Armenians or Armenia. Armenia at that time was a state in the Soviet Union. And as we all remember, the Soviet Union was they were operating like a secretive society. So not much information was coming out. So people will look at me and like, here comes this young boy, his name is Armen. And this was a time when a lot of people had American names. You have John, you have Stephen, you have Michael, and then you have Armen. Oh, who's Armen? What's Armen? So it was a bit challenging since not many people knew about the Armenian culture. It wasn't until after the fall of the Iron Curtain when a lot of Armenians started migrating over to the United States that we become more well-known, more put on the map. What I love most about my heritage is that it gives me a sense of identity and a sense of placement in this world. It also helps me feel like I'm part of one giant family in the diaspora. So anytime I travel, I go somewhere, I meet an Armenian, we can always sit down, talk, exchange notes, and the best part, it becomes a very hospitable experience. I wish more people understood the role of Christianity and religion in the Armenian culture. So Armenia was the first nation to adopt Christianity as a religion in 301 AD. That was over 1,700 years ago. And we have had to fight hard to maintain our Christian identity over the centuries. There's been lots of wars, lots of invasions from other cultures and religions. But through it all, we kept it strong, and we're still alive and we're still ticking today. So I wish people would understand that better about the Armenian culture. As far as Armenian elders in my life that have had the most influence, that would go to both my grandmothers. Both my grandmothers were born during the time of the Armenian Genocide, and they too had to be strong to maintain their identity and to pass down their Christian values as well as their heritage down to their children and their grandchildren. So both my grandmothers have always been special to me. I think about them every day. They'll always have a special place in my heart.
Thank you for listening to our podcast today. We hope today's episode offered insight into the Armenian experience. To explore more resources or make a donation to help further our mission, please visit www.awwainc.org. That's www.awwainc.org. Your support makes a lasting difference.